let's put her up full mast. Coroner has now said the model found in the refrigerator, that is 31-year-old model Maleesa Mooney, is called homicidal violence. All right. So the examiner listed Mooney's cause of death as homicidal violence. When Mooney was found dead in her downtown LA apartment, according to the autopsy, she had been beaten and bound before being stuffed into her own refrigerator. In addition, valuables were also taken from Mooney's apartment, and her sister believes the suspects attempted to sell her iPhone and MacBook. Per People, Mooney was last seen on video surveillance at her apartment on September 6th. Law enforcement officials entered the residence on September 12th after the model's mother requested a welfare check. She had not heard from her. The autopsy also revealed blunt force trauma to parts of her body. There's also a toxicology test. It found traces of cocaine and alcohol in the system, according to the autopsy. The blunt force traumatic injuries observed at autopsy are generally not considered acutely life-threatening on their own, the medical examiner wrote in the autopsy report. However, based on the circumstances of how Ms. Mooney was found, these injuries suggest she was likely involved in violence, physical altercation prior to her death. Therefore, it is uncertain what role drugs or alcohol may have played in her death, if any, the report read. No arrests have been made, and the LA Police Department spokesperson could not offer updates when contacted by People. And according to the victim's sister, Mooney was 2 months pregnant at the time of her death. Quote, she was super excited, and I know she really wanted a kid, and it's something that she has always talked about, Pauline, 24, told People earlier this month. She also said her late sister's boyfriend was heartbroken about the incident. Before discussing Mooney's pregnancy, Pauline said her family did not have many details because of the ongoing investigation. So Mooney was found deceased 2 days after another model, 32-year-old Nicole Coates, in the downtown LA area as well, was found deceased in her apartment. And despite the similarities, police have said these are not related. Coates' body was discovered after her relatives were unable to reach her and requested a welfare check. Last Tuesday, the autopsy report for Coates was released, and it stated she died on September 10th from cocaine and ethanol toxicity. Now remember, that would have been the determination of the coroner for the first model we discussed, and Ms. Pauline. But because of how the model was found, it was determined, well, there's a significant weight being placed on the condition, the scene, the actual way that the body was found. But outside of that, they would have made, listen to me, they would have made the same ruling, okay? It's only because of the other things that were involved. They said, just given how she was found, obviously, we can't say that she just had an overdose. All right, so hell of a story. Very bad in many ways. Okay, all right, Sharon, thoughts here.
Well, it's painful. I don't know what more to add to it except that it's painful. And we see these beautiful pictures and frozen in time.
Yeah.
But we want to know more. We want to know more.